Hi, I'm Nicholas Morales, part of the senior class of 2022. We are the senior class that came back to school after a whole year in distance learning. We were only just sophomores when the pandemic began. Now this year, as we came back, there still came a lot of challenges to school, such as the usual senior itises, adjusting back after distance learning, and trying to do events, especially since a lot were canceled. Today we are talking to a portion of the senior class of my school, discussing and looking back at our 2021 and 2022 school year. Part of being back on campus and being a senior in high school is that we engage in activities as much as possible, whether it's an inside joke for the class, sports games, events from our ASB, our fundraisers for our big events like Prom and Grande night, and so much more. Of course, to help out with the class engagement is our senior class club. So first, we'll be talking to the senior class club president, Alexia Neri.
Hi, my name is Alexia Neri and I'm the senior class president.
Now, as the senior class president, is there something that you wish you did differently this year?
I do. I wish I could have done so much more. I was having a lot of trouble with administration to get events approved and everything. I would try to set up meetings with them. They would reject that. They would just email me or have their secretary talk to me, which I found very upsetting and unmotivated me to do more.
Is there any events that you wish could have happened this year for the senior class?
Yes. We were planning on watching White Chicks in the campus after school, and since it's a PG-13 movie, but there is some inappropriate scenes throughout the movie, and I was giving them alternatives such as skipping the scene or having a parent sign, but they wouldn't work with the alternatives.
How was the overall engagement with the senior class?
So overall engagement, I could say we're kind of a shy class, but we do like to have fun. We're already in our second Spear Week this week. Last week there was a big turnout. I think for year 2000 a lot of people dressed up, which I was super excited for. And yeah, I think we're such procrastinators and we do everything last minute, but we're still enjoying our last few weeks here.
Are there any comments towards how you work with the senior class club into making this a good year?
I haven't really heard any hate, but I know there was a little hate when we were coming out with the senior clothing. A lot of people were saying that it wasn't creative, which I do understand. It's just 5 of us. It's Kenya, VP, Mara, activities coordinator, Kari, treasurer, and Floyd secretary. So it's kind of hard, just with 5 of us to get like the whole ideas for the whole class. But we did put the link in the Google Classroom, and then people were able to provide us with their ideas. So I think there was a little bit of hate, but not too much. But nothing's perfect in the end.
What college will you be attending?
I will be attending ABC this fall. I was accepted to UCLA and UC Berkeley, but I did not accept that offer since they weren't helping me with financial aid, like not even a single penny. And I didn't want to get myself in that debt. And at ABC, I'll be taking the same classes for way cheaper. So there's no regrets there. A lot of people do tell me that I'll be missing out on that college experience. I want to put myself first and my finances first. So that it doesn't really matter to me at the end, because I will still be getting the same education either way.
You said doctor earlier. Why do you think that best fits you for your future?
So I want to be a pediatric surgeon. I'm really hands-on, so I think that's perfect for me. And I really like kids, so I just love the idea.
Do you have any advice for the class of 2023?
Yes. Enjoy your year. Spend as much time as you can with your friends, because some of them do. You guys do separate. Like my best friend, she's going to UCLA. I'll be staying here at the AV. My other friend will be moving to Arizona. So just try to enjoy your year. Spend as much time as with your friends. Plan activities with them. Go over their houses. Go have dinner with them. And yeah, just go to prom. Go to the last home games. Just live your senior year to the fullest. I don't want you guys to have any regrets in the later. So yeah.
With 2 weeks left, would you like to say anything to the senior class that will be watching this as well as as you are the senior class president?
I'm so proud of you guys and what we have become in these 4 years. Some of us have been here since 7th grade. Some of us have left, but we have created such a unique family. I feel like we are such a small class, but in the end, we're so close. And I wish you guys the best in the future. I want to keep contact with you. Follow the Instagram, and I will be reaching out to you guys in 10 years for the high school reunion.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Of course, thank you.
As we close in on graduation, we can congratulate our valedictorian, Justin Villa. He has been accepted by MIT with a full tuition scholarship, which is $60,000 per year. We're all proud of him for his accomplishments, and here he is to discuss his time in high school and in the possible future. How do you feel about being the valedictorian?
Well, I'm definitely proud of myself for being able to do that. In my opinion, valedictorian is mostly about being able to take the hardest classes and being able to do well in them. But I also do recognize there are some factors that are outside of people's controls. Like, for example, one of my friends who's also in the running for valedictorian, he's taking work experience, which means he can't take as many AP classes. Some of my friends had scheduling conflicts, which prevented them from taking more AP classes. So I feel very lucky that I got to get the #1 rank.
How are you able to dedicate your time to school?
So for schooling, the first thing I have to do is always get my grades up, right? So I try to make sure to do homework efficiently, right? I always try to keep focused. So if I'm doing homework, I don't want to be doing anything else, right? I don't want to be watching like YouTube videos on the side, which just ends up distracting me and makes it take longer.
Right. Were there any classes you loved or disliked?
My favorite classes were AP Chemistry and AP Statistics, right? Those classes felt like the perfect combination of they're really challenging and intellectually stimulating, but they're also useful. Like they could be applied. Classes I didn't like so much were physics and the PLTW classes because I felt like they were too easy.
Are there any activities outside of the normal classes you participated in?
Yeah, so I'm the president of Science Olympiad. I'm lead programmer in our robotics team, and I develop video games.
Do you have an ultimate goal in mind, or are you pretty much set on a definite career with where no one can expect?
So I definitely want to go and major in computer science, and I kind of want to work in artificial intelligence because I feel like that's going to be the next revolution for humanity. It's going to change everything.
How do you want to impact the world?
Well, personally, I think that artificial intelligence can start replacing a lot of things that take humans right now. And that means that humans can enjoy more resources, right? Because we won't have to spend so much to get the same amount.
What is the difference between your sophomore year and your senior year?
So my sophomore year, obviously, COVID is striking, everything going online. I definitely feel like I've been more consistently focused this year, right? After COVID hit, sophomore year, I kind of just stopped trying, right? It was pass, no pass, and I felt like I lost a lot of the motivation that I had for doing classwork. But senior year, I've been a lot more consistent, right? Coming up 2 weeks to graduation or 3 weeks to graduation, and I've been doing well this whole year.
Do you have a favorite memory from Olive High School?
I think my favorite memory would probably be my first Science Olympiad regional. It was fun getting to compete with the team. We went out to eat afterwards. It's a good memory.
Nice. Do you have any advice for the class of 2023?
If you want to get good grades, you have to be happy first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the motivation to do something.
Would you like to say a quick message for our class, the seniors?
Yeah, you guys are epic. That's all.
All right, that's Justin Villa, our valedictorian. Now let's move on to the actual class of 2022. Here they are.
Hi, I'm Alexander Pena.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Hidalgo.
And I'm Imoni Alexander.
Hi, my name is Floyd Padilla. I am a barista at Peps Brothers, and I am a teaching intern.
I am Leo Varela, and the most I do here is I'm a TA.
Hi, my name is Ella. I'm involved in a lot of clubs and I'm a 12th grader.
Hi, my name is Ramirez-Ibarra, and I'm a senior.
My name is Enrique Romero. I work at Chili's currently, and I'm going to go to the Navy after high school.
Hi, I'm Kyle Ferrufino.
I'm Jesus.
Jesus.
Hi, my name's Juan, and I'm a senior right now, currently.
I'm Nathan Cardoza. I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Carlos Grande, and I'm a senior in high school.
Hi, my name is Juliana Diaz. I'm a senior.
My name is Brianna Gomez.
Alright, so I'm Chris.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Cesar.
Hi, my name is Justin. I was a manager for the boys basketball team, and I played on the boys varsity volleyball team.
My name is Brian Gonzalez, and I'm a senior for class of 2022.
I'm Jorge Granados.
I'm Alan Roque.
Hi, my name is Loukas Malechikos.
I am Luis Blau.
My name's Isabel Garcia.
Hello, my name is George Alvarez.
I'm Chris Olivias, and I'm the usual.
My name is Kenna Becerra. I'm a senior, about to graduate.
Woo! Hello everyone, I'm Elia Gevargis.
I'm Samuel Kuehn. Hi.
Hi, my name is Christian Marquez.
My name is Albert Michi, and I like drawing and playing basketball.
Hi, my name's Kari Lou.
I'm Junior.
I'm Yassine.
My name is Jeremy, and I am a senior. My last year here in our high school.
Hi, my name is Angie Nunez, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Andrea Urquieta, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Nadine Lopez. I'm a senior this year.
So my name is Ricky. Hi, I'm Osbaldo, or Ozzy.
I'm Amara Ostegueda, and I'm a senior.
I'm Isai Bolanos, and I'm a senior.
Hi guys, I'm Jaden Campbell.
I'm Alan.
So your last name? No. Okay, let's stay like Guevara.
Anonymous.
Okay, Guevara. Hi.
That's only just a portion of the senior class, but now we are going to look back at our high school years.
First off, they were asked how has this year treated them. Some have described it as a roller coaster.
It was kind of like it went up and then it went down and it kept going down and it was alright.
It had its ups and downs, I would say. It's been kind of hard. It was hard in the beginning, but then once you actually start getting into the groove of everything, that's when everything kind of started lighting up. But it's getting hard again because, college is coming up.
This year has been filled with ups and downs, whole roller coaster, but at the end I think I learned many lessons that I'm gonna take with me throughout my future.
Some have described it as just being alright.
It's been okay.
Not as good as last year for me, but it's alright.
I mean, it's been tough, it's been crazy getting back into the groove and getting used to how it feels to be in person rather than, on a computer.
It's alright. It's been a bit stressful. I'm trying to do as much as I can, especially on these last 2 weeks.
This year was a little bit tough, switching over from being online to in person, but it's been decent.
This year has been a little rough. It was the first year that was in person, that was fully in person, and for me to start off the year, it was even worse because I had 3 weeks that I had to take off due to Corona. I was either exposed to Corona or I got sick. I got exposed twice and then had to leave for a week, and then I got sick on the third time.
Pretty rough. It's rough.
Some have compared it to last year.
As a transition from last year where it was solely online, it was really interesting because I had never done school fully from home before, and it allowed for a bunch of opportunities for me to do stuff outside of school because I had more time and the schedule was more lenient and I can get work done in my own time. And then coming back, I found myself stressed a lot more because there was a lot of time that was just spent here and I couldn't do more what I wanted to do.
In my opinion, it was better than distance learning because you're in class and you have teachers to tell you what to do and stop you from doing other stuff.
I've definitely had better grades this year than last year, for sure. It is a help having teachers there.
I think that this year kind of feels a lot better in comparison to the last year and a half. It almost feels like at first it didn't, but now it feels like we're kind of going back to normal. Things are back on track. Hopefully we get more clubs and field trips and stuff going on.
I feel like this year, out of the 4 years, even with distance learning, I feel like it was the best year. Moreover to touching to the grades, I've been doing way better in grades, and I feel like the teachers this year are way better. No offense to any other teachers, but like I like teachers this year.
Some are happy to see friends again.
This year's been treating me alright, especially because I made a lot of friends this year compared to last year.
That was pretty cool. We got to go to school again. So that was nice.
This year was pretty cool, I would say, especially coming from COVID. Definitely makes you appreciate things more, like friends and school and experiences. So definitely a wild year, I would say.
This year was alright. That's really much about it. I kind of focused more hanging out with my friends more than anything.
Hasn't been so much of a struggle. Like hanging out with friends, like he said, a lot more.
I was still getting used to going back to school because the whole quarantine year just ruined my rhythm and how I did things.
It's been really nice. I've got to meet new people, stay in touch with old friends, and really communicate with everybody.
And then there's a majority that have described it to be very good for them.
So far so good. Really glad that we came back for this year.
It's been good. It's still weird with the whole pandemic, because it's not really a pandemic anymore, but it's still there. So
coming back from COVID, this has definitely been a really refreshing experience, and this has probably been the most fun year I've ever had, and I'm sad for it to come to an end.
I think the year treated me very well because while I was in distance learning, I was going through a lot of stuff and I was quite depressed, but then ever since I got to socialize with other people, I feel like my life has become quite much better and I feel more confident about myself.
I say it's treated me pretty fairly. At the end of the year, I'm getting senioritis. I didn't think I'd get it, but it's coming in really fast.
Been treating me better than quarantine year because I get to see my friends and we're not all isolated in our own houses.
It's been great. It's been an improvement from my previous high school years. It's been fun. I'm enjoying this year.
I don't know. This year's kind of been my easiest year. High school was. It's been nice. Yeah, I can't complain. It treated me pretty well.
So far, it's been good. A little bit overwhelming with senior coming to an end and our high school experience almost over, but it's been a good year. I've experienced a lot of new things that I've never experienced before. So
it's been good. I feel like after having over 2 semesters of online learning, I feel like it's just different to be here at school. It just feels good to be back.
For me, it was pretty good. The transition was kind of smooth back to in-person. I didn't struggle too much online, and before I started senior year, I made sure my schedule was pretty easy.
It was really, really good. I mean, I hope, or I wish it doesn't get canceled again next year for the future seniors, and I'm glad that it was not canceled this year. I did not want to do Zoom all over again, and I'm glad I made so many memories with the people around me and people that I've met. It was overall just really, really good.
I think this year has been a little bit different. Definitely on learning and just kind of learning to be a person I want to be, and learning, basically it all kind of came quick. Everything kind of came quick since we all got quarantined, and it was almost like we were growing up really quick and we had to do it really quick. So just find out what you want to do, find out who I want to be in my future and who I want to be around.
And then there were those who just found it boring.
It's really boring. True.
This year was boring. Okay.
A unique question to the class of 2022 is the difference between their sophomore year and their senior year, as sophomore year was the beginning of the pandemic and senior year was the year that we came back after distance learning.
Well, because it was different sophomore years, I was hanging out with different people, so it was a big change going from another group to a group that I actually felt comfortable with, but I think I would like senior year more than my sophomore year.
The difference between my senior year and sophomore year is that back in sophomore year I was more of an awkward person, but then when I grew up in senior year I became more confident. It's easier for me to socialize with other people.
In between my sophomore year was a really bad year for me. It didn't start off the best and it didn't end the best either. Given the pandemic and everything going online, I was actually happy it ended with the pandemic. I know some people have mixed feelings about the way the turn things took during the pandemic, but I was really happy because I was at a point where I felt really stressed and overwhelmed with everything. And I'm like, I just need something to cut off everything right now and just for things to slow down a bit. And the pandemic allowed for things to slow down. I mean, sure, it added a bit of extra stress, anxiety, and fear into my life, but still, it made things a bit easier for me. My senior year, on the other hand, started off good and it continued to be pretty good throughout my entire senior year. And I've enjoyed my senior year. I've had my ups and downs throughout my senior year, but I honestly think my senior year was better, way better, in so many different ways than my sophomore year.
Well, for my sophomore year, I think I was pretty neutral on it. I mean, it was alright, it was pretty good. I mean, the only eventful things I had was robotics. It was still fun, but I would say that my senior year was definitely the best. It's, I don't know, it's been very fun, especially with all the events like prom and whatnot.
My sophomore year was pretty alright. When the pandemic hit, I didn't do anything at home. Barely was doing work. So coming back as a senior, it definitely took a little bit to get used to doing work again, doing it all on time, and actually showing what I know, because previously you didn't really have to do that. I do enjoy my senior year, but I feel like I have lost a lot of other experiences we could have had because of COVID and wearing masks and everything like that. It made it feel like we weren't really at school.
Sophomore year, definitely was more attentive to school because that's all I could do. When it got cut off from Rona, it just did get a little hard towards the end, but that was mainly because we just didn't have instruction, nobody knew what to do, and it was just finish your finals. Compared to this year though, coming back on campus was a big difference, much better. I don't like the online learning. Makes it easier to cheat, you don't really learn much.
I was definitely like a lot more higher than I was now, like in terms of school. And I feel like even now, because of, I feel like now in my senior year, I'm just still catching up to my sophomore year.
I was way more attentive in class. I was always like getting straight A's and stuff. It was just normal for me to get those higher grades rather than just like being okay with getting C's and stuff or just straight up not turning in work.
I was way more lazier than I am now. Now senior year, pay more attention, get more stuff done.
I feel like having to do more adult things, more real life things, with kind of still that mindset of sophomore year, I guess, because we didn't get to go out a lot. We didn't slowly get that transition into coming in from like sophomore, then the senior, from like kind of more kiddish things to like more adult things. So I kind of got pushed into the adult world a bit more faster than most people. I think in my sophomore year, it was definitely more, I could say I definitely wasn't as happy as I am now. Obviously I did have my good moments, but definitely when we went into the quarantine, it was definitely a huge transition from, always being at school to being in your house stuck and you just can't do anything. And I feel like as a person who does like to go out and does like to go do all those things, I struggle with that. And senior year, I feel like it's just way better. I'm able to see my friends or, be with my girlfriend or just be able to do senior stuff. And, I have a car now, so it's not much of a struggle if I want to go out or do anything.
My sophomore year, I was, I was pretty down. I didn't know what to do with my life in sophomore year. I didn't feel great about anything, really. But, I came back my senior year expecting not to feel that much better, but I have improved. I have done better emotionally, and, I'm grateful for the change.
My sophomore year, I was a lot more insecure and in a shell than what I was in my senior year. In my senior year, I kind of learned that high school doesn't last forever, and where I am now with all these people, these moments, they only last so long. So I kind of got out of my shell senior year, and I feel like I've grown.
I think there's a big difference with admin, like there's a big difference in there. The way they address things could have like a lot of impact on the student body, and it's like a lot of things that felt like they weren't telling us.
Sophomore year, I think everybody was like more childish, like everybody would be playing around. Senior year, everybody seems like mellow and like everybody's like close, but not like all over the place.
All right, sophomore year was just crazy, wild, you know. I mean, absolutely no rules, basically, just crazy, I guess, still, you know, going through everything and figuring out life. I mean, senior year, more mature, I guess, and relaxed about everything. Still stressing, but not as bad as it was ninth grade.
I feel like ninth grade or sophomore year and freshman year were easier compared to senior, or a little bit easier to senior year, because senior year we had to be more responsible and have to be stressed out about whether we're graduating or not, have all the requirements done, and be applying to colleges and having all that set out for our future plans.
I definitely say between the sophomore year and my senior year, I think that it boils down to the amount of effort that's going into the work that I have. I think during my sophomore year, I fell off towards the end, and I'm trying to do a lot better than I had done previously.
In all honesty, sophomore year, I was good the first part of it, but then gave up about halfway through with the difficulties with online learning. Senior year, and that we're back in person, I feel a lot more relieved and able to work better.
I would say I've probably matured more, appreciated stuff more, and did my work.
I guess sophomore year, I worked more harder. Like, you know, I was always on top of things. And this year, I kind of felt like very not motivated. Kind of just wanted to lay in bed all day.
Sophomore year was fun.
Yeah, sophomore year, one of the things that I liked about it is that I had people to look up to. I had an example to follow. And then as soon as we went into second semester, everything got shut down. You know, you lost a lot of communication with people. And, you know, usually you learn from example, but we had a year and a half without that. So coming back and trying to set our own goals, our own standards for 12th grade, I think that was quite challenging, but it was definitely a thing that made me think back to how things were back then versus how they are now.
I'll start by saying this. There was basically no gray area between people who had good grades and they just excelled and they just dropped, right? There's no gray area. Like a ton of people had senioritis and they dropped, and a ton of people just continue to excel and do what they do best in school. And 11th grade was that gap that separated a lot of people into those very clear-cut categories. So for sophomore year, I feel like I was doing a lot better academically than I am this year. That's not to say I didn't do great this year. I still got a ton of awards and everything. We hung out at the awards assembly. It was pretty sweet. We ate cheese and crackers. It was good. But yeah, sophomore year, I felt like I did better.
I wasn't depressed. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's my answer.
So for sophomore year, I was still kind of adjusting to the school because it was new to me. I wasn't here from middle school, so I had to be the new kid again, which isn't new for me, but it was still an adjustment. And from senior year, I got to know everybody a little bit better, and I got to be in different environments with different grade levels.
Sophomore year was, since that was the year that we went into COVID, it was kind of boring as well as, but exciting for the first part that we were still at school. And senior year is honestly really good compared to how I expected it to be.
Oh God, there's a lot actually. Sophomore year, I guess I tried. I had all A's, but the thing is, I didn't really think about time like that compared to now, because I realized how fast time really can pass by. Like, since I'm getting older every second, it's never going to stop, and it's just going to keep getting quicker. And I never thought about my senior year going by just like that in a snap, in a blink of an eye, whatever you want to say. It's just really, really fast. So sophomore year, it was slow, but senior year, it was super fast, and it was a lot more action.
And I had to deal with COVID. My sophomore year was more I don't really care about studies as much as I do now. No, that's a major difference, probably.
I feel like I'm more open and more like hardworking. I don't know, because I feel like senior year I pushed myself to do way more better than I did sophomore year, and I'm more involved in the school, so I think that's what's different.
I would say mature, being from like 10th grade to 12th. I've just been more mature.
Now, what did our seniors expect going into distance learning?
I expected for it to not be awkward, and it was. So
for the end of sophomore year, we were in a pass no pass system, and I'd already started the classes, which made it a little bit easier for me to continue on from there. But starting a class versus continuing a class online are two different things, and learning everything from scratch without having someone there to guide you along is more difficult than I had expected it to be. So when it came to learning online, I completely failed it.
It was very boring, but some classes were very stressful because it was online and I'm an in-person learner.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it was just, I searched everything up on Google. I'm so sorry.
It was really laid back. I enjoyed it because I'd sleep during my classes. It was pretty chill.
I didn't know what to expect. I know for sure I thought it was going to be easier because when we first started that distance learning with no actual idea what we were doing, it was really easy to skip classes and do whatever you wanted. But I did notice that once we started, it was a lot more structured and we had to do our work and stuff.
I expected the worst thing to happen to me when I was in junior year, but it wasn't that bad if you think about it, because at least I was able to communicate with my friends.
I thought it was gonna be easy. Soon found out it was kind of hard. I didn't fail my first semester, but I did get 2 Ds in my classes because I didn't pay attention. I thought I could just cheat my way out of it. Second semester though, I really started paying attention to all my classes. I ended up getting all A's and just 1 B compared to last semester, which was I think I had 1 C and 3 D's. It was bad. It was a complete turnaround.
I expected distance learning just to not work, especially based off of the first semester that we had, the abrupt one. And I feel like definitely distance learning, at least the first 3 quarters did not work at all for a lot of people. I think they hurt more than helped, if anything.
Going into distance learning, I knew I was gonna like it. I came in with the open mind. I remember by the first day of distance learning, it was so boring. And honestly, by that first week, I was just really done with it. I really checked out.
I thought it was going to be the best thing in the world, because I was like, wow, school at home. I don't have to, I had to wake up early, but if I want to take a nap in class, I could. Or, if I want to play video games, I could just literally just turn it on and play. As I went to distance learning, I felt isolated. I had 2 friends that I would talk to on the phone, but they didn't go to my school, and I felt like I had lost contact with everybody. And I did not talk to any of my friends. And also school, it was easy, but it felt too easy to the point where I wasn't learning anything.
I didn't really know what to expect because I never had an idea of what it was. I kind of expected it to be you get your work at the beginning of the week and you turn it in at the end. I didn't really expect going into Zoom meetings and having all that an actual schedule. I think what was surprising is the lack of social life you had with distance learning, because everyone had their cameras off. Most people didn't answer teachers' questions, and so it did really feel isolating.
I expected it to be fun because, you're at home, you could do whatever, but it was just really draining. It was bad.
I expected me to be lazy because I'm at home, just sitting on my PC, knowing that there's games right there, so I would just keep Zoom running in the background sometimes, and then just play video games. I didn't expect it to be crazy. I wasn't going to be focused on everything.
To be fair, I was expecting it to be a challenge, which it was at first. I had 1 computer and my sister and I both had to take classes. We ended up having to pitch in, buy a new computer. And honestly, I mean, it was easier than I expected. Being able to, the work online for me personally, I liked it. It was completely different getting used to that, and then all of a sudden being brought back. I mean, it feels way different from a digital, computer screen to actually having someone in front of you. It was definitely a challenge going from person to online back to person.
I feel like there was more responsibility coming to actual school in person compared to distance learning. I feel like it was a little bit more challenging with the teachers trying to contact them. The assignments were pretty easy, just trying to contact the teachers to get more help on the material.
It was kind of hard, yeah.
I kind of expected it to be similar to that of when we went into it during our sophomore year, and I don't think I was too far off. I think that with some classes, they were kind of identical in terms of here's a pile of work every day. But I mean, like everybody else, we just got through it as much as we could.
I expected myself just to wake up and have this computer screen blast into my eyeballs for like 8 hours straight, and then going back to sleep, which is exactly what it was. And I guess that's where my motivation left.
I was not expecting to like it. I think at very first impression, I was not gonna like it because I was looking forward to my junior year, because junior year is kind of the year where
it's the most struggle, but it's the most rewarding because you get the feeling that you only have 1 year left.
Thank you. That is the emotion I was looking for. My mind just completely blanked. Yeah, I was not looking forward to it, but like I said, once I started experiencing it, I had a lot more time to do stuff that I wanted to do outside of school, and that was great.
I honestly was expecting a 2-week spring break like they said.
However, a 2-week break and then we're going right back to school.
The 2-week spring break ended up being all the way until senior year when everybody fully came back, which is, not the best. I preferred the way that it was second semester of 10th grade, when they had assignments that were given every week. They were due at a certain day in the week, because it reminds me of how college is. That's exactly what college is like.
That was a brilliant schedule. Get your work, do it at your own leisure.
Turn it in on time. They expect you to be adults.
It was so nice.
I didn't really expect much, to be honest. It was okay. Some of my teachers were cool. Others were just like chilled the whole time, but it was good.
It sucked kind of during distant learning for my junior year because I didn't get to see my friends as often. I literally only stayed in contact with one of them. Luckily, I still contact them now with the rest of my gang, but I only had communication with one, and I didn't get to do the clubs or sports like I wanted to. So
my junior year, I kind of expected not to, really have fun or anything much. It was just more of a, get to your classes, do your classes. Well, not even get to your classes, just attend your classes, make sure you're there. After that, just make sure that you have a basic understanding of what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie, I expected that was gonna be really, really hard, but it was so easy. Mainly because everything was online, teachers weren't really putting in enough effort into their lessons. So it was just simple lessons that you could look up online.
I feel like I thought it was gonna be easy, and not that it wasn't easy, it's just that if you have X, Y, Z going on and you don't want to do this or you don't want to do that, you're not putting in the effort, if you're not actually paying attention to the classes, which, let's be honest, who really paid attention? So it's like being at school, it's a different environment. I feel like I have to pay attention, and at home I'm just like, oh well, they're not seeing me, they're not looking at me, so it doesn't matter. So the lessons itself were easy, but me finding the motivation to do school and to want to do my assignments and to want to get good grades was not there. Like it is that, like it has and like it is in previous years.
It was just very mid. It was just in the middle. I couldn't, like, how are you supposed to be connecting with anyone that you know throughout calls without seeing them in like person? I guess that's just not my way of like bonding with anyone. So it was in the middle. Classes were very easy. I cheated, but got all A's that year.
proud of myself for that.
I didn't know what to expect then. I mean, I think the teachers tried their best, and a lot of people did try their best, but it just wasn't the best option at all. Like, it was just bad overall.
I was expecting discipline to go awful. Like, it was a roller coaster, I would say, because there's times where I couldn't log in to Zoom because my Wi-Fi was crashing, but in the end, I was kind of proud of myself because I got straight A's throughout distance learning, and it was a challenge though because I felt disconnected from the world, from society, and from the school, and it was hard to get motivation to really get up in the morning to just go on Zooms because, you know, it's not the same as in person, but I was just proud of myself for being able to get through it. That would be it. Yeah.
The distance learning year was tough for everybody, but how did the class of 22 make it better?
I would say no, because everybody was behind the screen the whole time.
I would host game nights where we would all play games on the computer and join with our phones. We all played them.
Jackbox.
We would also do it for birthday parties too, to kind of help it go through the days blend a lot better.
Yeah. I also had a dog in like the middle of the pandemic, and that helped me a lot too because she provided distraction for me, and I spent a lot of time with her, and I developed a really strong relationship with her over junior year.
I was with a group of friends. We made a Discord, and so every day during classes we do calls, FaceTimes. One point where my mom was there and she was saying like FaceTiming with my friend. I don't know, it was weird, but it was fun. Like those Discord calls was fun throughout distance learning.
Honestly, I just had to put in the mentality. It's like, oh, you just got to do it or else I don't know, it's gonna suck later.
Picked up new hobbies to get through that. Like I played piano. I did some stop motion stuff, watched new movies, TV shows, watched my first anime and stuff.
I had a lot of time with my friends. I know we were in lockdown, we weren't supposed to go out that much, but I had like a small group of friends that we'd go out every now and then, every other weekend. It was just like, we wouldn't go out anywhere, we just chill at our houses, chill at either a friend's house. It was like just 4 of us.
Like I said, I had the 2 friends that I talked to the phone with, and then I had my sisters. My sisters before COVID, we didn't really talk much. We always argued if we did, but during COVID, something changed, and I was able to bond with my sisters, and yeah.
My computer, playing games definitely saves me. It took off a lot of stress for me from school, and then obviously playing sports also helped with still being active, so it really helped me keep my mind fresh.
When I was doing junior year, I started reaching out to people online. I started playing a VR game in which I was able to socialize with people online and made a lot of friends through there.
I went out with my friends sometimes, so that was pretty cool. That was about it though.
I work as a taekwondo instructor, and I would just basically go there and I would get to teach early.
No, I really just worked all the junior year. Everything was still closed.
Junior year sucked. I don't even, there's no positive in that, bro.
I did sleep a lot.
Nah, my sleep schedule would suck anyway.
Some of my siblings were on the corner nagging me through the meetings and goofing off with them during breaks and stuff.
Yeah, I think just support system. She was literally my only friend junior year. We did have like a friend group, but in that friend group we created like a really strong friendship, and I would just go to her for everything.
And I would do the same with her. It's one of those things that, like I mentioned, it's sophomore year, it started off really small and this and that, but it grew into a bond where I felt like it was just her and I. And not that I loved that, like I loved it. Not that I don't love my friend group now, but like I loved how it was, how we knew we had each other. She would text me if I needed anything, if I needed anything, I could text her, and it was that mutual respect, mutual friendship, mutual just knowing that we were there for each other no matter what.
It was a long year of finding opportunities and discovering many things. So what challenges did they put on themselves for senior year?
I'm trying to be more proactive, get on top of things, getting ready for college, because after this, I'm basically on my own. So if I don't do it now, I'm basically boned.
I kind of try to make sure that I applied for all the schools that I wanted to ahead of time, and I made sure that I really wanted to hit all the deadlines I needed to graduate with like gold in my Avid sash.
I decided to try harder in school. I mean, I tried hard before, but I would always procrastinate with all my work. But this year, I have actually tried to do some work, procrastinate less, just not mess up.
Well, I feel like I put more challenges on myself throughout past years, whether it was with grades, always trying to get good grades, always trying to keep up. I think past years I've taken more AP classes than what I did now, so for this year I kind of decided to give myself a little break and go easier on myself this year.
I'll probably just stay more focused because in distance learning I was like so much more lazier, and it was kind of like hard to get back into like the student life, I could say, the habit.
For me, I tried to participate in a lot more like events from the school. So like, going to dances, participating in Spirit Week and stuff.
This is my first year taking AP classes, and like so far they're going all right, but like AP calculus is another story.
I have a job and I balance school, so that's very challenging for me. But I get through it all.
I don't do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't. League.
I'm gonna hit platinum in legal letters.
I already hit platinum. He's gonna get there soon.
I carried you to platinum.
No, you didn't.
This year, probably juggling different stuff like homework, the stress of college, and figuring out what I wanted to do. Because I was between doing a film major or mechanical engineering. I chose film, but it was very stressful figuring that out. But also like taking time for robotics, but also making sure I had my homework done, making sure I studied, spending time with friends, all that.
Trying to make the year as fun as possible, honestly, because it's our last shot at being, I guess, like teenagers, because next year we're going to all be adults. So I guess to enjoy the year for one last time.
I guess work. I work with my parents a lot. My family has an ice cream truck, and I like to help my mom out since she's starting out. I work a lot after school and doing volleyball as well. It's hard to maintain a balance with all that.
I think one of my challenges I put on this year is to be more sociable. I didn't really socialize the last 3 years, so I've been trying more this year.
To not procrastinate, because I got so used to doing distance learning, I would leave my work last minute, that I knew this time it was serious and I had to do everything on time.
Oh yeah, a lot. I usually average like a 2.8 GPA, to be honest with you. But I don't know, this year or last semester I challenged myself to get a better GPA, and I did. And I got 3.5 for the first time.
Just ending the school year with like straight A's. I mean, I would want to end with straight A's. That's my goal this year, to end and just end on a good note,
Yeah, same.
After 4 long years of high school, who are the class of 2022 grateful for?
Epic. It'd be my family, my mom, my dad, my dog. They're like great. My dog helped me so much in the pandemic, because since he was always there with me in the classes. He'd sit by me with the Zoom calls, and when I wouldn't pay attention, my mom would help me stay organized. She's basically the one who gave me all the techniques of how to not procrastinate. And my dad was just there to give me like that emotional support where it's like, you should be like, you shouldn't just be wasting your time. You should be like going out, hanging out with your friends, not just like stay stuck with your school life, and kind of like showed me that life is not just about school or just about work. There's also stuff about that too. So stuff like hanging out with friends and just living like an actual normal human being.
Yeah, I was gonna say each other, my other best friend Alan. Really myself, because I'm the one that pushes myself to do these things. But Kaylee and Alan.
I would say Imoni itself.
Brianna Gomez, she definitely helped me get through a lot, whether it was mentally or emotionally or physically, or freaking even in classes that I have with her. She's helped me throughout all the years of high school.
My friend Juliana, she's a bestie. We always hung out like when we could during the pandemic, and I feel like she was always there when I needed someone to talk to throughout my senior year.
Definitely my parents. They were big in pushing me for good grades, and to get into college. And then a few of my friends too helped me get through, just keeping calm, relieving stress, and playing around. Definitely helped me get through.
My family would be one, but second, the people I'd met online who were my only company for like 2 years. I'm really thankful for.
Yeah, I had this one friend named Natalie. She would text me if I was okay. And yeah, she was the only one that really checked up on me.
My parents, they're really supportive, and although my boxing gym was closed for COVID, they always try to figure out ways to keep me entertained and just not be bored.
I'm kind of grateful for all my friends and my family, because through the antisocial part of the pandemic, they were always there.
Mostly my coworkers and my family.
In high school, definitely friends. You're in class, algebra, cal, whatever you guys are taking.
Yeah, definitely. I made some pretty nice friendships. 11th grade, I talked to 2 people for half of the year, and then we stopped talking halfway through, and then I was just, I got my brother a gift.
So my siblings have really helped me out because they've helped me see people and teachers in a different way, helped me adjust a little bit better during my first year, and I've just dealt with my my problems, and while I deal with their problems too.
My family. They were there all along. I was around them every single day. I could not go anywhere else. My mom, my dad, my brother, they did their best to cheer me up or to keep the family together, especially my mom, man. My mom had to do so much that year. That was when my dad did not have a job yet, and she was literally the backbone of the family. So I thank my mom the most, but my family is what really kept it all together for me that year.
My dog.
After a look back on the high school years, the class of 2022 were asked to describe each year in one word. We'll start off with freshman year.
Challenging.
Slow.
New.
Confusing.
Easy.
Nervous. Eye-opening.
Distant.
Nerve-wracking.
Scary.
Chaotic.
Experimenting.
Next is sophomore year.
Peak.
Mid.
Fun. Easy.
Faster.
Surprising.
Refreshing.
Boring.
Fun.
Scary.
Lazy.
Tiring.
Explorative.
Crazy.
Then on to junior year.
Non-existent.
Sad.
Difficult.
Stress. Lazy.
Interesting.
Depressing.
Boring.
Isolating.
Roller coaster.
Then on to senior year.
Agonizing.
Insane.
Cool.
Freedom.
Laid back. Eventful.
Fun.
Exciting.
Fast.
Good vacation.
And growth.
All right.
And then there are even some that can only describe all 4 years in one word.
Cataclysmic.
Interesting.
Agonizing.
Life-changing in a way.
Unplanned. Pain.
What he said.
Though coming back to campus, we still had to face a lot of event cancellations, therefore not making senior year the best it can be. But let's see what our seniors have to say.
So what events did the class of 2022 wish happened?
Banda night. I was very mad about Banda night. We have Banda night every year, and we didn't get to have it this year. One, because we're just coming back from COVID. Also, our last pep rally, we're not having that this year because of everything that was going on, and we weren't able to. Us as leadership weren't able to plan it in time and everything, and it just got hard.
I definitely wish we had more dances. I feel like winter formal and prom were the only big dances thrown at us, and we didn't get any in between.
Yeah, a lot of events that I wish to happen this year is, for example, the track and field team that was unfortunately canceled. And then another event that I wish happened in this school is to have more pep rallies.
I wish we would have had more pep rallies. Build up the spirit that we kind of lost.
I wish we were able to do more pep rallies, just kind of to see the school come together more. And I know obviously for COVID reasons we weren't able to.
I think for me it would have to be pep rallies.
Yeah, pep rallies.
Yeah, because that was one thing that we lacked.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
And I hope next year they get to have some
pep rallies. Yeah, enjoy the school spirit.
I wish we had a lot more senior events because I'm part of the senior council, and I wish the board could have approved more when it came to planning senior get-togethers and everything.
But I wish they brought the dogs on campus. I remember one thing, it was in 8th grade, that they brought, like, it was rescue dogs, I think it was, or therapy dogs, I'm not sure which ones, but it was like it was just such a good day that day, like, that we could have had that this year. It would have been so much better after everything that happened. Like, we were out of school for like a year and a half because of COVID.
I think I would have liked something like, not a fair, but something with like games involved and where like only the seniors participated, because I know we had like prom and things like that, but that's not really like a bonding moment, especially if you don't talk to your classmates, or if you don't have a really big friend group, or if you're not the most popular student in the world, you know. So I feel like something like that would have been really nice to have, just as it's like I said, we hadn't seen each other in a really long time, and when you come to realize you don't have a lot of time left.
I really wanted to go to the Renaissance Fair this year, but we're unable to do that.
I agree with you. I would have really wanted to do the Renaissance Fair, and I mean, we could always still go outside of school because it ends like at the end of the month, but like still it's more fun to go with the school because it's an excuse to like ditch school for the day basically.
I would agree with the Renaissance Fair, but I can't think of anything else.
I really wish I had been able to do the Renaissance Fair back sophomore year. That got canceled. Would have been fun to experience.
I wish there was an actual field trip. Like, I wish there was a school, not a school-wide, but I mean, even just a senior field trip. I know there's grad night, but I feel like there was so much time, especially in like winter when we're having the finals, where there was a lot of class time just being spent finishing up work, and then on that last day it was kind of just used as like stalling time. So I feel like if we dedicated a day to the hard work of the different classes, then it would definitely motivate kids to come back for the second semester and start new, fresh over again.
I feel like nearly the entire staff this year was paranoid about doing trips and doing special events, and even like here at the school hosting events, because, you know, being extra safe about safety coming in from that year of distant learning, which, you know, I can understand, but it just disallowed and disapproved and canceled and postponed just a lot of things that could have happened that would have made this year really cool. But alas.
I actually didn't have any expectations. I just knew I was gonna buy a suit and show up and hope I had a good time, and I did. I mean, it was really fun. I enjoyed myself.
Prom exceeded my expectations greatly. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect really, because I never really talked to people about prom. And you know, there was always prom that you would see like on TV, and that never really, you know, that's not even close to what it is in real life. But prom honestly was something completely different from what I expected, and I really did enjoy it.
Prom was definitely interesting. It was definitely fun. Very nice place. We're definitely lucky to have it because some things were up in the air still. Very fun experience. I would say it's about what I expected.
Prom for me, I really did enjoy it. I think we had a really good venue, and even with the limitations, we were able to do great stuff. I felt really bad for the previous years who didn't have the opportunity to go to prom. I brought my friend who graduated last year to prom because she didn't get the chance to experience it for her year. But I know a lot of people didn't have that opportunity.
I expected, I don't know. I feel like you see TV shows and you see like this whole like expectations set so high, but then you come to like, you snap to reality and you think about it and it's like, well, I got a budget of like a lot of money and it's not something that every school has. So I feel like for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed my time there. You know, you dance with friends and it was really nice. Could it happen set a little bit higher? Yeah, but I'm not complaining.
I'm gonna be real, I expected more.
Honestly, from whatever we saw in the movies and like things that we heard from other proms,
yeah,
it's like it created this idea, and then
not even mid.
And then when we saw the images on, when I searched up the ballroom on Google,
like, don't get me wrong, it was
looked
fun.
bigger. It looked bigger, dude.
Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but it could have been better.
It could have been
better.
I expected prom to be just a fun day with your friends, you know,
dance, eat, dress nice, have a good day. It was honestly more than I expected. I thought it was gonna be a little lame, but everybody really matched their energy, and it was honestly a good time.
I expected prom to be a lot more eventful. Honestly, it was like a quinceañera to me. It reminded me. I thought it'd be a lot more fun and eventful, but hey, that's what we were dealt with.
I expected prom to be more lively than it was. I also expected there to be more people like dancing and actually enjoying themselves instead of just sitting at the tables.
Honestly, it was everything I expected it to be, just because I had the people I love right next to me and I had the time of my life and we made the best of it.
I thought it was going to be a lot more socially distanced and we had more rules. It was a lot more opened up than I expected, so that was great.
I wasn't expecting anything like crazy, like something like to start us off again since it's our first year. I didn't expect to go today, but I did. I know a lot of people had a lot of fun and we were just like crashing that dance floor, so.
I expected prom to be fun and an open environment and me actually be able to live my life, you know, just like the last night of your life really of high school. And my experience at prom, it was good. I mean, the music was okay. It was kind of not expecting what I was expecting it to, but overall I had fun with my friends. We all had fun. After prom we went to Denny's. We did not get home until like 4 a.m, but overall I had fun. It covered most of what I was expecting really.
At first I thought prom would be like outdoors and there would be like more like romantic music or something, but it was more like a party, but it was still alright.
I didn't expect it to be anything interesting since I don't dance, so it was lame. I ate a lot of food.
I had very high expectations for prom, and it fulfilled my expectations. I had a lot of fun. All my friends and I had dates. We all danced together, we ate together, we laughed together, we cried together. Very good night.
I didn't really have much expectations, but prom, it was fun. Had some fun times with my boys, you know.
I really thought I was going to be sitting in a corner alone during prom. I ended up getting a date. I took a girl out in a prom date. Like I got a prom date. I never even knew I was going to get a prom date until now. And I had so much fun. At first, prom was really, really slow. Like it started off slow. I was very anxious, very nervous because I had a prom date, and it smoothed it out a bit, and then it just turned out very wild afterwards. I made so much memories with my friends, and I feel like everyone that went there that day, I just instantly knew who they were, and we all bonded that day. It was amazing, very amazing, unforgettable.
Considering like the school dances and things were mainly events that I had gone to, I did have a bit of an expectation, and what I got, I'm content with. I enjoyed it. My girlfriend enjoyed it, and to me that was all that really mattered. That we had fun, that we were able to go home and just have a good day.
I thought prom was gonna be boring, just because of how I've been in ASB in 11th grade, and I knew it was kind of like some stuff were put together last minute, and so kind of didn't expect much from it, but it was actually really fun, and I got to enjoy hanging out with my friends, hanging out with some of my old friends from elementary, and really just get to see a different side of everybody, a side that they usually don't present themselves at school.
Prom was just about as rowdy and loud as I thought it was going to be. It was a little bit more secluded since people were still getting used to being socially distanced, and many people were still wearing masks and such, even though we weren't required. But it was still loud and crazy, but it was a little bit different compared to what I'd seen beforehand.
I expected it to be, honestly, it reached my expectations. It was kind of more lively than I expected. Glad that a lot of people still attended. And it was just overall really fun.
To be honest, I'm very antisocial, and I felt like the prom was pretty fun considering I don't talk a lot. It was pretty good. It kind of lived up to my expectations. The DJ was not the best, kind of killed the vibe a lot, but I still had a lot of fun.
I expected prom to be, very fun, loud, and energetic, and honestly, it delivered our prom. Well, our prom was pretty fun, I would have to say. I enjoyed it. The music was great, even though the DJ cut us off on a lot of good songs. But the boys actually made it really fun because they were so outgoing and thrilled to be there. They started all the dancing, so it was pretty good, I would have to say. Yeah.
I had like really high standards for it, and it did meet the standards. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I would not change it.
I expected it to be cool and fun. I didn't go like with the date or anything. I just went with friends, and it was really fun, I would say. Hanging out with friends, seeing them all suited up, everyone looked so classy, and it was so cool.
I expected prom, honestly. I wasn't expecting too much from it because I was in leadership this year. I understood most of what was happening. You know, leadership is a class where you basically help plan out the events that happen in the school, and you know, so I got a basic insight of what prom was going to look like. So I wasn't expecting like something too grand, but when I showed up there, the venue was just incredibly beautiful, and it was such a good atmosphere. It felt like all our hard work kind of paid off, and this was the reward that we were receiving. And the dance floor was a little bit smaller than I was expecting, but in a way it created some of the most fond memories that I have. You know, there was a big group of guys just, you know, jumping up and down, having the time of their lives, and I feel like everybody was closer that way. So I really did enjoy it. I felt like it was a night filled with memories that I won't forget.
I was definitely expecting prom to not be as good as it was. You know, I just felt like, you know, because I feel like sometimes the energy us seniors do put out is kind of low. But no, definitely everyone kind of came there and like realized, you know, this is a one-time thing. Like, why not like get hyped and get happy and stuff like that. I think prom treated me really well. You know, I was prom king and also with my girlfriend prom queen. So that was really good.
As we grew older, we started looking into more activities and started to look into what could be a career for us. Here's some of our seniors discussing that.
First, we'll take a look at some of our seniors' involvement in sports, clubs, or jobs. Nadine was in swim.
So I did try out for swim. That was really interesting and also pretty fun for me because usually it's just a hobby of mine that I like doing, but I decided to take a different approach and try competitively. And it was fun, it was stressful, but it was a relief at the end to actually say that I did something. And I also did Link Crew this year, which is where us 11th and 12th graders here get to mentor 9th graders and introduce them to high school so they don't feel left out and have a better connection with everybody.
Alan and Jorge were also in swim.
Well, I mean, I was still a swimmer, have been since 9th grade. Still the same, still fun, still great. I mean, small team, but they give it all they got.
I did swim with them in 9th grade. 9th grade, and I did cross country. I did a little bit of track in 9th grade, but I had to quit. And then I did volleyball this year. And yeah, apparently we went to CSF. I wasn't able to join the team in CSF, but CSF. But we did went to CSF.
Loukas was in soccer.
So this year it was decent. I've had better years. It was pretty fun though, being with the team. We still had soccer over COVID, so we got to play with everybody still, even though the school shut down. I finished off club, and I'm finally done playing soccer.
Ricky was in cross country.
It was hard. I mean, running 70-mile weeks isn't great, but I mean, I had a lot of fun and I enjoyed being with my team.
Christian was in volleyball.
Volleyball was the highlight of my high school year. It was great. I wish I would have joined earlier because, you know, just being able to leave school a little early and just hang out and go play and do something you like is really rewarding, and I would love to do it again if I could.
Amara was in volleyball.
Honestly, it was an experience. There was pros and cons to it. I did volleyball in sophomore year. I enjoyed the team. It was great, honestly. I enjoyed being a middle blocker. It was my first time actually playing like volleyball in high school. I used to play volleyball in 7th and 8th grade, but I grew kind of close to the girls, especially the JV girls, because I started off with them and then I moved up to JV. I mean the Foch girls, and then I moved up to JV, so I kind of like disconnected with JV girls in the beginning, but in the end I enjoyed it. It was an experience, you know. I learned throughout and I just did it for fun, honestly, but yeah.
Juan was in basketball.
That was fun. COVID affected us a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot. We had a few times during practices. It was mostly during one session where a lot of the members got COVID and there wasn't a lot of practice going on. But other than that 2 weeks that happened, it went by pretty normally than usual.
Justin was the boys' basketball manager.
In basketball, managing was like a little bit fun and stressful at the same time because like we didn't really win many games and like it was mostly like the bus rides that were fun to me.
Alex was in Science Olympiad.
The only one I've been participating in is Science Olympiad, you know. A great club if you want to do some science.
Brian was in Science Olympiad.
I am in Science Olympiad. I'm the co-president for the Science Olympiad. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've been in the club for like my entire high school time, so I'm just dedicated to the club.
Isabel was part of the Joy Club.
I had started the Joy Club, which was an LGBTQ-friendly club for the school. I had a great experience all my years. I sadly couldn't do it this year due to school purposes, but I'm glad that it has continued on even without me.
Enrique works at Chili's.
I work full-time at Chili's. They make me work like 48 hours for the 2 weeks. It's good money to have on the side every time I do go out when I have the 2 days off. After work, I do go to the gym with my other friend. We go there for like 2 hours and we get home about like at 1:30 or 2 at night. We wake up again I wake up again at like 7 to get ready for school, and then yeah, it's just a cycle.
And Jaden works at Zoomies.
Oh, my job is fantastic. I work at Zoomies. Come by. I love it. It's like I've been there for 3 months now, and I'm one of the lead sales associates. I just sell to people. It's really fun. I get to interact with people. I like it.
The class of 2022 is part of the next generation of important figures and leaders. Some were asked how they would impact the world.
I go into nanoengineering, helping to create medicines or new medical techniques that we can use for our bodies. And computer science, it'd either be better software overall that help computers be more optimized, or create artificial intelligence that can help us.
With a lot of work that nurses do, I'm being a neonatal nurse, so I will be able to help give birth and also basically help take care of premature babies. I feel like I do my part enough. I help taking care of someone else's child or help birthing someone else's child. I get to be a part of that experience. So, and then hopefully make that experience comfortable for others as well. So I feel like I do my part already with that.
After getting a vet, I kind of want to study marine biology as well as help with like climate change and how, you know, we're polluting a lot of it, the world.
I guess I'll be building airplanes. Maybe I'll work for the government and build like news confidential, right? Like secret planes for like the military or something. So maybe that's what.
Mine's more of an individual thing. I'm thinking about adopting a kid and giving a kid an opportunity he probably wouldn't have had before.
I would love to change teaching curriculums. We live in a modern society where not everyone receives the same education, and I do understand that it's really impossible for everyone to get the 100% same education, but I believe that a lot of the teaching standards that we have today don't really prepare people as well for the future as they should. So that's something I would like to impact in the future.
For me, I guess making an impact on the world is just developing future technologies of aviation, whether that's like space travel and whatever future things come. That's what, I'd like to improve on is our future in space.
I don't really plan on impacting the world. I personally think that as long as I can help people or communities with projects for civil engineering, that's enough for me.
Just give back to the world, teach them more diversity, I would say. Be open-minded with LGBTQ, races, like just have more diversity in this world. That I would say. That would be my.
I would say just to give back to like those loved ones or like those who like are like homeless, just to give back to them because they struggle on a day-to-day basis.
I guess to be not involved in politics, but I guess like a speaker to fight for equality for everyone. And because I feel like there's still a lot of people who are misunderstood and mistreated, very, very treated harshly at times as well. I mean, very sorry for them. I never understood their pain, but I mean, I could see what they're going through. Just like I said, I wish I could do more, like publicly, and I would speak throughout the whole world just to fight for equality. And I mean, that's technically it, because that's the only thing that matters, to be treated equal.
I really, like those rescue groups, not rescue groups, but like those help groups that you see like online, and you see videos of like people going to like different countries to like build houses for others like who don't have the money to afford a house. I really want to join one of those groups and go to like it was Africa or Mexico, and those like parts where you don't see a lot of like houses, and they live kind of like in sheds. I really want to go and help and build houses for them.
I feel like something like that is also what I want to do, but more in the sense of like more of give back, whether that be clothes, donations, this or that. I feel like we have so much, and we're so fortunate to have so much, that if half of us could give half of what we had to those who don't, we'd all be living fine, comfortably. We wouldn't be the richest people in the world, but you also don't need as much as you think you need. Some people you just need the bare minimum, and I feel like people forget that. So to have something like that and to just give back is not only humbling, but it really shows you, it opens your eye, because a lot of people don't know what it's like. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I know what it's like either, because thankfully I have been fortunate enough to not be in circumstances like that. But I am thankful, and I come to realization that I am very fortunate, and that is something that I would like to do.
I want to give back to my village in Mexico.
I want to do something like give back to the community, stuff like that. Hopefully make some good change for people that came up like me, or came up like Junior.
I was homeless before.
Yeah. You got worse than me, but you got to help everyone out,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it'd impact the world, but maybe just my community around me, if that means creating simple parks or simple enjoyable environments for other people to be around.
For sure, definitely. I mean, I would love to inspire people, obviously, but I feel like I would be able to do that with my clothing brand. Inspire people to, create what you want to create. It doesn't matter what other people think or what other people say. And just inspire people through the art that I make, and hopefully one day I'm walking by and I see someone wearing my clothes, and just realize that, that person looks good and he's happy with what he has, and I'm happy that I was able to make him happy with my clothes.
We will now see where our seniors are heading for college and what career best fits them.
UC Santa Cruz,
Cal State LA.
What I'm planning to do is business economics, as hopefully in the government department, and then up my way to Washington.
I'm going to school for nursing, and I'm hoping to be a neonatal nurse.
UC San Diego. I think computer science or nanoengineering were two good fits.
So I think in terms of career, I'm either going to look down the path of something related to art or mechanical engineering.
I will be attending ABC next year.
CSUN. And I'm planning on going to trade school. I plan to be a nurse, whether it's like a certified nurse assistant or an RN, depending on which I can handle. And I also plan to become a real estate agent. I really want to be an anesthesiologist, but I feel like one of my first goals is to get my registered nursing license and do that for a couple of years and see how it is, because I truly feel like in the medical field you can fluctuate between things, and it's a very diverse career that I really like for someone like me that is really not only indecisive, but I get bored of doing the same thing over and over again, so I like to change that. So I feel like nursing or somewhere within the medical field will be something suited for me.
I'm going to be going into CSUN, business, marketing. I've always kind of liked this thing, and that's clothes. It's a simple thing, but I feel like if you really put your mind into it, you can find an art in it. And I feel like the way you dress is almost expressing your type of art. So I've always kind of wanted to do a clothing brand. So that's why I'm kind of going into like the business, because I'm also going for the safer side, just in case if something doesn't work out. I do have that bachelor's degree.
So I'll be attending ABC.
I'm going to Northern Arizona University.
For me, for my future is nursing. I just like science. I think helping people too. And I've just been very interested in the medical field.
For me, I'm going straight to secondary education English. I want to be an English teacher. I honestly was going towards the medical field, but I found out teaching was my passion, and I've always loved teaching and helping others learning, so I'm going to be a teacher.
I will be going to ABC for next year in the fall. I'm going to major as a registered nurse, but what I think is most fitting for me is a surgical nurse, because not only I can deal with operating and the blood and gory stuff like that, but I have my own experience helping with my great-grandmother when she was in hospice and helping her out with like taking care of her for whatever needs she needed to be attended to, and just being that care supporter rather than being a doctor.
I'm attending Cal Poly Pomona.
I will be attending the College of the United States Marine Corps.
I'm going into aerospace engineering. So as of right now, that's what I think best fits.
My MOS would probably be intelligence.
Yeah, so I'm not actually going to college at the moment. I'm enlisted to the Navy, U.S. Navy.
I'll be going to CSUN to major in biology. I want to be a vet.
San Diego State University. I'm looking into the medical field just because I've always liked to help others and, see others happy and all that.
I'm going to attend Cal State San Bernardino. When I was a kid, I liked working with computers. And so when I grew up, I decided that I want to work with computers when I grow up. And that's when I decided that cybersecurity would be a good career path for me.
I'm gonna Cal Poly Pomona. I'm gonna do something with like computers and stuff, because I really like taking all the digital electronics class and stuff like that. I really like dealing with like computer hardware. So probably something like that.
I'm really just going with the flow. I've been a chef and I've been a lot of things. I've worked at a nightclub, which is now moving out of state. So in 4 years, if nothing's going my way, I'm just going to the military.
CSUN for a year, and then I'm transferring to Cal State Long Beach. I'm studying in biomedical engineering and just like making prosthetics because I want to help people.
I got into Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and that's the college I'll be attending with the landscape architecture. I personally believe it is, since I do a lot of stuff outdoors and like to create a lot of stuff and work around animals and environments.
Went to College of the Canyons, Valencia. This is more of a dream job. I want to be an author or just create some form of art. But I'm looking forward to the chemistry field.
ABC, and then I'm going to transfer. I'm going to do film and television. I want to do cinematography or directing. I think I'm really passionate about film, and I really want to do it, and I think I can do it. So yeah.
I'll be attending Long Beach State. I want to be a biomedical engineer. I always had the tendency of like wanting to help people in any problems they had, and I felt like there is a big need for medical help and a big pool of people that have medical conditions that they need assistance with. So I felt like biomedical engineering was a great way to attend to those people.
The ABC. I'm taking a gap year, then I'm gonna go to ABC.
I'm gonna go to ABC. I'm currently like trying to get into the mechanical engineering, like the engineering.
For my career, I wanna own a coffee shop. So yeah.
For what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look into chemical engineering.
I have been admitted to UC San Diego. I want to go into aerospace engineering, but yeah, we'll just see.
I will be attending ABC and then transferring to a nursing school because my family has a lot of experience in the medical field already. So like, why branch out when I could just stay with the family?
UC San Diego. Right now, I want to be a gynecologist. I definitely think the medical field is where I want to go. I've always had the most interest there.
I'll be attending ABC for computer engineering.
Going to ABC.
I'd like to be attending ABC for the first 2 years.
I'm going to CSUN.
I'm going to ABC.
I don't really know what I want to do. I guess trying to get money of some sort.
I'm trying to do real estate, and I honestly hope I can get into that field.
Attending ABC for 2 years and then switching over to another school afterwards.
I'm going to be attending CSUN.
I'm going to ABC and I'm attending to this summer. I'm starting my courses as a automotive technician major.
For me, it's got to be something in the medical field. Whether it be biology, don't worry, that's still a side job. I still like cars, but I'm going to major in what I wanted to when I was little. Focus on the medical field, mechanics and all that stuff. I know the basics, and I'm going to work on that after I get my degree in biology.
I guess majority of my family is either working in a position with automotive, things that have to do with cars. So I think from that, I kind of got the grasp of wanting to work on cars. And we've been, apart from other students, we've been like having our own cars this senior, which is the best part about being senior, that we bring our own cars.
Getting to mess around with your own cars.
Exactly. And we got to experience that, and it was awesome.
I'm attending Cal State Northridge.
I'm attending Cal Poly Pomona.
I'm also going to Cal Poly Pomona.
Currently, I am very set on wanting to teach. Like I mentioned, I'm a teaching intern, and I have recently developed a really strong passion for teaching, and I love teaching science. So that career that I'm really wanting to go for is teaching.
I'm 100% set on aerospace engineering. It's just something I knew I wanted to get into ever since like elementary school. It's always been what I wanted to do, and that's what I know I'm gonna do.
I was never too certain of what I wanted to do until this year. In fact, last year I wanted to be an electrical engineer, and then I said no. Civil engineer is more suited towards me, and taking a class tailored to that, I've decided that that's going to be my career.
For right now, I'm looking into different classes. I think Liberty University, it's in Virginia, but they offer an online version.
I'm doing something through my church. It's a gap year. It's called the Anthem Growth Year. Biblical counseling, but it's also studying abroad. You know, last time they did the program, they went to the Philippines, they went to Israel, they went to Mexico, you know, just studying abroad. A bunch of practical courses as well. So I am gonna go probably straight into college after that, but yeah, it's very cool. I would recommend looking into it.
Remember, any plan is okay as long as you have a plan.
That is a good statement. I like that.
I remember from 9th grade until about 10th grade, no, from 9th grade until second semester of 11th grade, I wanted to be an engineer. And then I recalled back to the days in middle school when I took a graphic design class, and my interest changed to that. And then I realized that I could do multiple voice impressions, and I decided, might as well look into voice acting and stuff like that, you know? I think it would be a lot of fun. So remember that you don't have to pick something right away. As long as you know the general idea of where you're going or what you want to get into, try out different things. So I think for now I might stick with voice acting / graphic design. We'll see.
I normally say something like cybersecurity or web development or some like big proper name, you know, business, but you don't have to do it. Like, I like graphic design, I like, you know, web design, you know, nice fun things. Like, a job doesn't have to be boring to make a lot of money. You can do fun stuff and make a lot of money. So just something with computers. I love computers. being completely honest, if it has to do with computers, I'd probably be down for it.
Remember, don't go after the money. Go after a job that makes you happy, regardless of what it is. If it makes you happy, take that instead of something that you wouldn't enjoy doing.
ABC. I'm going to Career Care Institute, trade school. I want to be a dentist when I grow up. Why? No, you have to see your career.
Well, I want to be a mechanical engineer when I grow up.
Why?
Because my dad likes working on cars.
Okay, that's a good answer. I want to be a dentist because ever since a kid, I like going to the dentist and getting my teeth cleaned. And so I want to grow up and clean other people's teeth and give the people the joy that I had when I was a kid.
Graduation is in a few days as of filming this, and our last day being sooner. Let's see if our seniors have any favorite memories and how they plan on staying in touch with each other.
Some of the seniors were asked how some of their friendships evolved over the years.
Oh, we hated each other. No, we did not. Anyway, so we met each other in the 8th grade, and we've just been really close ever since. It actually started off with me playing as a joke of me proposing to her, and then
we had a wedding at the dance.
Yeah. And then we've just grown closer ever since, and we're best friends.
Never fight.
Never would never.
We start.
No,
It's evolved in very great ways. I think that one of the things that really tests a lot of friendship, especially here with how much has happened, definitely is going online and then coming back again. Because those of you who stay together throughout all of that, it just shows how strong that friendship is. It just shows that you don't have to be in school to be close with somebody. It's the friendship that counts. And so I've known Samuel since 9th grade, and our friendship is kind of it's gone well over the years.
I'd say the same. I wouldn't change anything about that.
I mean, we definitely started talking more. We got closer this year because we had like a couple of classes where we were like right next to each other.
It was just like one of those things like, at the beginning, like in sophomore, freshman, like, it's just seeing I had him in like one of my classes. And then now we just had each other for like, what, 3 classes?
Oh yeah, because we had a health together. That was fun, bro.
Yeah.
We went to elementary together, and we hated each other. I hated her so bad. I couldn't stand her. And around, I think it was 10th grade, we ended up having math together, and someone took her seat, so the only available seat was next to me. So I was like, oh, you could just sit here. And from there, like, we just started becoming friends, and we were like so loud, like that whole entire class. And then from there, we just became friends.
I feel like it's one of those things where it was so unexpected and it happened within the moment that neither one of us expected to become friends, because as she mentioned, we didn't like each other, and so it was, but I can truly say that to this point I am so grateful and I love our friendship.
Me too. It's one of the best friendships I've ever had.
Literally, even though she's kind of abusive.
You're rude.
I'm just kidding. She's not.
I am.
Now, how our seniors are gonna stay in touch with each other.
I don't. I mean, my core friends, yeah. I feel like after you graduate, you just lose contact. But that's just how life goes. But you're never leaving me.
Okay. I plan to still talk to some people because I like them, so I'll probably text them. I'll invite them to my birthday party.
Is there gonna be a jumper next time?
Yes, it will.
Yes.
Well, I have most of their numbers, so I plan to call them. If not, I know where most of them go, so I'll just probably drive up to them.
It's really just keeping a close group that you already have. Of course, you'll have the outside friends that you'll occasionally talk to. You'll swipe up on stories and check up on them or whatever. But mainly, you'll have your group that you've been with for quite a while, and then you'll go out with them. And then it's just whenever you guys have time, you'll just hang out, I guess. I know a good amount of them are going to stay in Palm. Obviously, me, I'm going to stay here in the Antelope Valley. I have friends going to the military, friends going out of the state, out of the city to further down south. So I just plan on texting, maybe having some weekends with them where we call meet. But my close friends, I'm only really going to have a couple here in Palm.
Definitely with the people I am close with, I'm gonna keep in contact with as much as I can. I feel like I struggle with keeping in contact with people, obviously through Instagram, but obviously I'm gonna stay here for next year and commute. So definitely keep those relationships I do want to keep and the people I do want to be around. And definitely throughout this year, I definitely seen the people I do and I don't want to be around. So, you know, I'm definitely just going to be being with the people I want to be and staying with those people as much as I can, as long as, you know, they want to too.
So obviously the seniors that I've been close with and all my other friends that I'm closer with, I still just keep in touch, whether that's texting, playing games with them, or just checking up on them here and then. They're like here now, because I know that we're all going our different ways. But definitely the people that I'm staying closer with and have known longer, I'll stay in touch with.
You know, social media, and I guess texting whoever I have their number. If I have their numbers, I'll text them. And also, like I said, social media, like Instagram. I don't use really much else.
Friend group that I have now consists of a couple friends that are going to go to ABC as well. So maybe I won't see them as much, but we have volleyball in common, and we'll stay in touch to just play. Maybe come back to the school and help out the next year's volleyball team. And my cousin as well. My cousin is a close friend of mine, and I don't think we'll ever lose touch.
Recently, I had wanted to retrieve everybody's phone numbers, but I think it'd be smarter for me to grab a lot of people's Instagrams and then try to keep in touch as much as I can. Probably more with others, but you know, boil it down, just keep it up.
If they don't change their number, still their number, social media if necessary.
I plan to like text my friends like at least once and maybe every month or a week, you know, just say hey and like catch up with them.
Pretty much,
Yeah. I know that at least once every summer we're gonna rent out a Malibu beach house. So yeah, pretty much that.
Well, I have a lot of my friends' phone numbers or like Discord stuff, so definitely that. I guess email, well, personal email now.
It's going to be very, very difficult for me, especially because I will be cut off from the world for about 3 months because I will be going through training during boot camp. And I feel like I'm going to lose in touch with a lot of them. But the thing is, that just determines if they're real friends or not. So I guess I'm definitely going to do my best to keep them around. I'm not going to forget about them. They're what made me who I am now. So I'll probably just give them a call, give them a text, check on them every single time or every time I can. And that's technically it. And hang out with a couple of them. I guess so. Hang out with a couple of them.
Life's gonna happen. I mean, people have my number. People have ways to contact me. If I contact them and they choose not to contact me back, that's fine. You know, life is gonna happen. Things are gonna go the way they want to go.
I feel like everyone they're gonna start their own lives, a new chapter.
Yeah.
And I think as long as you keep that connection, whether it's once in a while calling or texting, or even hanging out, I feel like we're gonna be doing that.
I mean, whether you choose to keep them in your life or not, I feel like that's just life. You know, after high school, everyone's an adult, and you have more responsibilities.
Let's take another look back and see what the favorite memories were.
Honestly, just hanging out with friends. I can remember just laughing most of my way in classes and out of class. That's really it.
It was during like early February, where I was just chilling, sitting with my friends, have like no care in the world. It was actually early January. I just finished my first semester, got my grades up, did my Eagle Scout, had at that time I had my girlfriend with me, my friends with me. It was just like a nice, calm realization that I completed everything I wanted to complete that first semester. And it was nice.
Coming back from a volleyball game, any volleyball game, is a really good memory. Even if we win or lose, it's just the energy is always there. It's great.
I would say right now my favorite memory is prom. I got to spend it with my friends. I got to spend it with my boyfriend. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, I could trace back to 9th grade. I mean, messing around a whole bunch. I mean, it was fun. Was it a good idea? Probably not. But did I enjoy every second of it? I did. This year, I'd say my favorite memories are actually being able to come back and experiencing what it was 9th grade and up to 10th grade before we were shut down by COVID.
feel like the majority of the early years of high school were a little bit rough for me, at least. I had him. We've been friends since like 9th grade.
Oh yeah, since I think before that too.
No, 8th grade.
8th grade.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been friends for a while. Just kind of disconnected for a bit, but I mean, we always came back. I think this year, in specific, I would say in between September until now, I've been spending a lot of great memories. So I feel like this year I've been making more memories than before.
My favorite memory this year is probably one of my away playoff games for soccer. It started to hail and there's a big windstorm that came through during our warm-ups, and we had to sit in the vans for a good hour or so until the storm passed.
There's a lot. I would say meeting a lot of friends. Like each way, like each time I met a new friend, like definitely a cool story with that. I guess probably with robotics, we were in Monrovia, and that was like my first outside comp because we were usually in the school in campus, but this was my first competition outside of campus, and it was so cool. Like it just inspired me because I wanted to shoot for that every single time. I wanted to make it to a point where I can go outside, and it was just really fun. I think that was probably my favorite high school memory.
Would have to be just sitting in classes, watching my teachers be proud of me for doing something right.
I was at the park messing around with my friends, on swings, and this little kid came up, just stole my swing. My friends laughed at me.
During break, we were in the bathroom, and a friend of mine, I'm not gonna say names, a friend of mine, she was in the bathroom, and I ran into the bathroom stall and I busted open the bathroom door. It was funny. It was super funny.
Sophomore year math, like the whole year, it was great. It was honestly, the teacher we had was also very kind enough to let us be how we were, because we were not disruptive, but we also weren't paying attention the whole time. But I feel like it's just the bond that we made. It was just a whole. It was my favorite class. I'm speaking for myself. Because it was just something you looked forward to, because I always knew that she always had something to say, or I always had something to say. It would always be something. There was always something new going on.
Even if I had a bad day, I would just go to 6th period and just like, wow, like you just forget everything in that moment. Like we were just always laughing. The teacher was so patient with us. He's really nice, very kind teacher. And like he was just so patient. Like we were pretty loud, not gonna lie, like we were really loud. And he would just like completely like pass like if nothing ever happened. But it was probably the best class I've ever had.
Freshman year, the seniors from freshman year, they had a water war in the school campus. There's 2 sophomore teams, 1 freshman team, and then the whole like 6 other teams were seniors. Like every day, everybody's getting wet.
My favorite was like watching all the school fights. It was fun. Especially yeah, bro.
That one was funny.
My favorite memory would have to be in 9th grade when I was doing improv with my fellow classmates, and there was there's this game. It's called the dating game, but really you're given a character to improv as, and you have to keep up with that character. I got a lifeguard, and I dramatically said like, hey, there's someone in the audience that's drowning, and this guy named Dio just jumps out of nowhere and acts like he's drowning, and he literally had me lift him, and he's a pretty big guy, so he fell, and it was a big laugh for the rest of the year.
And finally, our last question for the class of 2022. What advice would they give for the class of 2023?
Don't procrastinate.
Okay, that was so quick. Don't procrastinate, guys. I would say really try to this junior year going into senior year, this is the time that you guys really need to focus, because this year is what also the college looks at. And it's gonna get hard because really high school doesn't teach you anything about college, so you're kind of alone with that. But you also have your teachers help. Ask your teachers. Your teachers will help you along with all throughout the way. Like my teacher's gonna help me sign up for my classes and literally everything, because you're really alone and you don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, and time goes by fast, so make every moment count. Because I remember it's been 9th grade, and now I'm in senior year, like 3 weeks till graduation. So make like the moments count.
Try not to procrastinate. That will ruin you.
Study and study habits, because I'm gonna need it. Senior year is the easiest and the hardest year.
I would say, I know it might be hard, but I see even some seniors today not know what they're gonna do when they get into college, and I say having some sort of plan will help a lot, especially with stress. If you're stressing out about what major you're gonna get into, it's gonna, you're gonna panic a lot. So having some form of a plan will help a lot, and I know it helped me a lot.
I really would recommend that the current juniors, future seniors, take a lot of internships, because that's one way you're going to really find your passion. I mean, that's how I found out I had a really strong passion for teaching. And the good thing about internships is there's always different opportunities, and you can explore different fields and areas. So that's something that would really benefit you greatly, is to find your passion through internships.
So one thing I would advise juniors in their senior years is to enjoy every last second in school, because once you graduate, you cannot take these seconds back.
Each day gets closer to your goal. That's my advice. Don't lack, don't give up, and no matter where you go or what you do or what anyone says, don't let anyone else try to defy you or try to downgrade you because of what you want to do. Do what you want to do and whatever makes you happy, because no matter what, no one else is going to be there but yourself in the end. And I definitely do think that it's always going to be small. You're gonna slowly go up. Don't put such high expectations. Don't put so many things on your shoulders, because you're gonna stress yourself out. And I definitely do think that do whatever makes you happy, whatever you like to do, and whatever you think is best for you. Don't let anyone else tell you differently.
Don't give up. You're on your last year out of high school, and also don't rush into things, because you need to take your time to figure things out for anything, and that's it.
A piece of advice I have for younger kids entering high school: take it easy. You don't need to figure yourself out so fast. It might take years, might not even take high school. Just enjoy it while you're young. The moments don't last forever.
Just do what you want to do. I feel like most people limit themselves, or most people set really high expectations where it's just so draining, that you should just live life a little bit and just know that time isn't gonna run out. It's okay to do things later in life. It's okay to change things. It's okay to not have everything figured out. So that's what I would give it.
Just don't get lazy, bro. Just don't get lazy.
Make sure to manage your time correct, good, because if you don't manage your time, then you'll end up wasting a lot of time. So make sure you have good time management skills.
I feel like don't focus on school, but not too much to where it takes up your own personal time, because that could be bad. You need a good school life mix.
Don't slack on your work, because I know it'll hit you really quickly. You think you'll get through it, but all these projects, all these assignments will come in really fast.
Just don't do drugs or something. Stay in school.
I feel like once you start senior year, you think it's gonna be easy because that's what people make you believe. But in reality, it's more about how you decide to take your senior year. If you take it easy at the beginning, it's gonna be harder to end senior year, because you're gonna have to be doing everything last minute.
Just don't slack off. It's the best advice you can get. Summer school, take advantage of that. It'll make it easier if you could get ahead and get all those credits you need. You get free periods, and you could leave school early or show up a little later than usual. And it's just so much easier, less classes to worry about, less homework. You have more time to study for other classes. It'll make your life easier.
My biggest advice would be just to focus on yourself. Obviously have a friend or two that you're able to compete with and try to get better grades than them. That's really what helped me, is to compete with my friends and try to always have better grades than them. It's kind of more of a competitive thing, but I think if you just focus on yourself, then you can really make it through.
I think like everybody else will tell you, it really is about keeping focus, because the moment you slip up and you keep falling,
and you don't do anything to get back up there, you're gonna regret it later. And you're gonna just wish that you had gone back and done what you could. So do what you can now and make the most of it.
Just do your work, bro. It's not that hard. High school is so easy. Just focus. That's it.
Enjoy your time here.
Oh, make sure you guys are prepared for college, because it comes sooner than later. Like, it feels like yesterday we just started high school, dude. We're already graduating. But yeah, just make sure you're prepared.
For the class of 2023, I always recommend to find something that will push you along. For me, it was meeting people online as well as learning new things. For example, I'm learning Japanese right now, in which I'm slowly getting more into conversations, but just finding something on the side of school that keeps you going is always a great thing to have.
Try a bunch of stuff, even if you're like scared or you kind of don't know if you're gonna like it. Definitely try it, because you never know if you don't try it. But also make as much friends as you can. A lot of my friends, I'm so glad I met them and so glad that I talked to them. Like one of them, Kyle, I was scared of him because I thought he was gonna beat me up. So I talked to him, and he's really nice. He's just a really cool guy, and I'm so glad I met him. So definitely just make as many friends as you can and try new things. Those are great.
Try and insert yourself. Do things, you know? Guys, get some friends and ride on a bike or something, skateboard. And also read a lot of books. Books is power, knowledge.
I'd say just like enjoy it, because it does go by really fast. So just enjoy the moments.
Please just try to have some fun with 12th grade. It's your last shot at high school, and try to make it count.
Apply for all the scholarships you can. Any money you can get, try to get it.
Honestly, you should just like meet more people, talk to them more. Maybe they're cool, maybe they're not. You'll find out. It never hurts to try.
Honestly, high school goes really fast. Don't take too many AP classes, because it does add up. Yeah.
Don't get your shit together, bro.
Don't make
I know some of y'all.
Stop being annoying.
Yeah, stop being annoying. Get your shit together. Skipping class ain't fun. And that shit ain't funny, bro. Like, get your shit together.
No, yeah, I mean, I have to pass 2 classes, and my last class, it's just...
Yeah, bro. Y'all actually gotta pass shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can't skip on, like, Civ Econ, bro. Like, you actually gotta pass that shit if you want to get a job.
They have Cervantes.
Some of y'all are fucked. Not even gonna lie.
Keep up with the good work. Stay creative, because really I've learned that because I was in creative writing this year, not only is it where you learn how to write stories, short stories and poems, but you really get to see everybody else's perspective on the world and how they see through their eyes. So not only be open-minded, but also be very creative and imaginative, and be positive, because that really helped me out through this year. If I wasn't so positive and upbeat with myself and about any situation that I've been through, then I wouldn't have been where I am right now.
Take it one day at a time, and don't leave everything last minute. This is not the year.
Start saving. No way. Start saving. I think come to realization that you don't have a lot of time. Time goes by really, really fast, sadly, but what can we do? It's like just take it day by day and enjoy every single moment.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, but just it's life, and we all grow up at one point. And just like you said, save up, because senior year is expensive.
It really is.
Do everything you can in your senior year. Do not have any regrets. Do not be feared, or do not be scared on doing anything, because think about it. It's going to be your last year. I don't know if everyone's going to remember you, and I don't even think it's going to matter in a couple of years or so, because that's when the real world is going to come. Right now, you're still in a simulation, the last days of it, so try to make the best of it, because you won't live through it again, and high school is a one-time thing only.
Don't procrastinate, because I almost didn't graduate.
and I was a 4.0 student.
Have fun, make memories, meet new people. Don't be stuck up.
I would say try your best in anything you do, and just do your assignments on time, because they take points off so bad.
Enjoy every little moment of your senior year because it goes by so fast. You wish you could just time travel and go back in time and revisit senior year again because it went by that fast. And just enjoy every little moment. Have fun. Go to events. Go to games. It'll be
Senior year came with its usual challenges, and we are lucky enough to have come back to campus and experience the most we can. We'll be heading off to our grad night and celebrating at our senior sunset.
And then soon will be our graduation. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Late vlog, but it's grad night. We're at Universal. Say hi to the vlog. Yeah. We're in Transformers right now. Riri, post up. Hey, get out ready.
I don't know.
You too.
Good luck to the class of 2023 and hope you guys get to experience way more. Thank you for watching the documentary. Once again, I'm Nicholas Morales, part of the senior class of 2022. I'm looking into getting into filmmaking and music making, and this YouTube channel is my portfolio, so check it out. And that's all from me.
Graduates, a nice big round of applause one more time. Graduates, please stand. Please stand. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left.
Okay, that will be all. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you. Put that in. Keep that in.